Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mac if you're new here, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can create custom print-on-demand listings on your Etsy shop. You can also do this on your Shopify store, and I'm going to be showing you how to do it with Printify. Custom listings are a great way to make more money, especially on Etsy, because a lot of the times people are going there for custom things, whether it's for a gift or something for their home. So custom listings definitely have a lot of potential, and I wanted to share this with you in a video on my channel today. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, consider doing so. I post videos talking about e-commerce, side hustles, a lot to do with Etsy, and so much more. And I also post short form video content about these and smaller tutorials and life updates, all of that on my social media accounts. So those will be linked below as well. And if you're new to print on demand, I will leave some videos that I recommend for you to check out of mine that are more for the beginner side of things. This is more for people who already have Etsy shops or have some prior knowledge of print on demand in general. So the very first thing that I'm gonna do is head over to Printify and look for the product that I want to offer custom. Now, a lot of the times you may be thinking to sell t-shirts or sweatshirts that are custom. And while that's a great idea, it is a little bit more saturated than other things you can think of. So like maybe a custom canvas print or a custom card or something like that, a little bit more, out there, or even like ornaments and stuff, depending on the time of year. But I'm actually gonna choose this teddy bear that is new to Printify. I saw this and I got so excited. So it's a teddy bear with a customizable t-shirt. So your design goes right on the t-shirt here, which I absolutely love. Also think the price is pretty good on this. And again, with custom items, they really can be great for your shop because that is what a lot of people come to Etsy looking for. And typically they will pay because you're customizing it for them. So you can make a little bit more of a profit here, which is obviously great. Obviously, when we can make more money where we can is a great thing, especially with print on demand. So once I know that this is the product that I want to sell, I'm going to click start designing. That way I can get the dimensions for this specific design. So down here for print file requirements, lets me know the files that are accepted and what size print area I will be working with. So I'm going to go ahead and remember this so that when I go and create my design in Canva, I have those dimensions that are going to fit perfectly on this shirt. So here's the design that I created on Canva. Now, something to keep in mind here is you want to create like a base design. So what the base design would be sending you a hug with these stars. And then down here is where that custom text would go. So love, and then I have your text here because that's what I'm going to use in the mockup so that the customer understands that that's where their custom text will go. You could also sell it on your store as another listing, just like this, as sending you a hug. And I still believe people would purchase that because it's cute. It's like you're sending someone a hug with a bear. I love it. I think it's a super cute idea. So another thing to keep in mind too is when designing in Canva, I do have a tutorial talking about how to grab the graphics from Creative Fabrica and fonts from Creative Fabrica to implement in your design. So I used a template for reference, and then I added in my own fonts that I downloaded with a commercial license from Creative Fabrica to avoid any copyright issues with Canva. So now I'm gonna go up to the resize feature. If you don't have Canva Pro, you can't use the resize feature. Just something to keep in mind. I do have a link for a trial of that. And then I'm going to type in the dimensions to resize this. Now it's resized my design. So this is the size of the t-shirt. So I can kind of adjust the design here. Now you could have went ahead and created the design beforehand and, created it within those dimensions, but I always just like resize it. I feel like, I don't know, it's just how I do things. So up to you. So once my design is ready to go, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna change the name of this. And this is going to be our template to work in. So what that means is when we get an order from Etsy or Shopify or whatever platform you're selling on, you wanna come back to this template and edit it in. So if your customer said, love Christina, you'd be able to edit it here. So we want to save this as a template. So I'm going to do sending a hug bear t-shirt template. And that is just for me to remember so that in my Canva account, I can access it. Custom. And then I'm going to click share, download. I'm going to keep it as a PNG. And then I'm going to hit transparent background. Now, if I did not hit transparent background, I would show up with a white or whatever color background. And that's not an all over print item on Printify. So make sure you hit transparent background. So then I'm gonna go back over to Printify and just drag and drop that design in here, and boom, it fits perfectly because we did our dimensions. That's like a hack. It's not even a hack. That's something I always do and it helps me so much every time. So from here, I'm just gonna make sure that that's centered, and then I'm gonna hit preview to make sure it looks good and that the fonts show up good. So super cute, looks great, sending you a hug. I like the way these colors go with the color of the bear. Love it. Moving on, so now I'm gonna hit save product. Now what this is going to do is take us to, like if you were to create an order on Printify, but we're just using this as a template. So I'm gonna do custom teddy bear just again for my own memory here, and I'm going to hit save as draft. So now this is not published to my store, but this is something that I can attach to an order when I receive it. Once that's saved in your Printify account, we're gonna head over to our Etsy shop and create our listing. So this is a little different than the traditional print on demand way of doing things. Now, if you're familiar, you know that anytime you create a listing on your Printify account and you publish it, it goes directly and syncs directly with your Etsy shop. Because this is a custom listing, we are not doing that. We are gonna have to manually create our Etsy listing and have that so that people purchase it. And then when there's an order, we have to go back into Canva, change the design, and add that into the order specifically. So it is a little bit of a different process. It does require a little bit more work, but trust me, it's worth it with these custom listings. Trust me. So what we're going to do is we need to import those photos into an Etsy listing because, like I said, we're not syncing it directly. So I'll show you a little bit how that gets worked out in a minute. So we're gonna go back over to Printify so we can get the mockups to import manually into that Etsy listing. So all I'm gonna do is click on the image and hit save image as, change the name, and then it'll download as a JPEG that I can then upload into the Etsy store. Now, something else you could do to kind of stand out is one, you could order a sample of this bear and take your own photos of it or send it to someone to take photos of. Or you could just bring this photo into Canva and like do like a cute background and add in, you know, like a custom text thing. Get creative with it because that will make you stand out. Okay, so just uploading those into here, making sure they're high quality. I'm gonna use that one as the first image. Now, when I was scrolling on Etsy, I did see a few of them with this exact image. That's why I'm saying to, you know, create a more unique mockup. I do have a mockup video as well that I will tag in this, but for the sake of this video, we're just going to pretend that I did that. And yeah, so make sure that your images are there. And then we're gonna scroll down, obviously add in your title, and all of your tags for this. You also want to create a description that lets the customer know that this item can be customized, that it is print on demand. Again, I have more tutorials about, you know, how to do this process, so we're just going to keep moving along because this is more for the custom listings. Now here is the most important part that you don't want to skip, and under the personalization section of this listing, we're going to turn that on. Now, if you don't turn that on, nobody can add in their personalization. We also want to make sure that we leave personalization as optional unchecked because we want to make sure that people are able to and don't forget to add in their personalization. So here I'm just going to put, please add the text you would like printed on the shirt. So I'm just gonna give the customer a little insight here. This is what they will see. The more information you give them on your listing, the less likely they are to contact you and send you a message, which just is a little bit more work, if we're being honest. So I try to give as much information as possible. And then we would just finish out our listing like we typically would. Now, the part that I want to get into is what happens when someone orders. What do you do? What will happen is on your Etsy account, you'll receive that order and you'll get what that person wants to add in to their design. So you would simply head over to your Canva account and add in their text. So love, you know, Lily or whoever, Lily and Mike, and then you would save this. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to edit it with that new design that I created. So once you create that design, the Lily and Mike one, you'd save that and then upload it here and then hit save. So on your Printify account, because we did not sync that listing, when someone orders, that is going to go to your other orders tab. So you can find that under other orders. And once you're there, you would just select whichever order it was that the person just bought the bear that's personalized. So you'd select that and hit select product. And then you can find that teddy bear that you just created, hit confirm, and then all their shipping details and all of that is there. And then you hit import order. Now I'm not gonna click that because it's gonna send to this person. So you would click import order and then your order will be fulfilled with that custom image and text there. Now another option, if you don't want to edit this every single time in Canva, is you can save this design, let's say without that. So obviously it still says your text here because I didn't do that, but you could hit add design and hit custom text and then do love, you know, Lily, Lil, and my goodness, Mike, and then, you know, edit it in here. That is an option as well. So you do have multiple options here. So you can just save that bear with the original design and add in the text from Printify, but keep in mind that you want to make sure your fonts are accurate in your mock-up photos. So if you're like bringing them in from different places, just be aware of that. So that is the process of how you would do custom listings on a Printify and Etsy shop. Again, it would go the same way with Shopify. Anytime on Printify, they still will import the order as long as your store is synced. So that order will still come through even if there's no product attached to it, which is awesome for custom listings. So great thing to keep in mind. You can do this with multiple products, not just teddy bears. That was the way that I wanted to show you today. I really hope this video was helpful to you. Feel free to leave me a comment down below. Follow me on my socials for other updates, and I hope to see you in the next video.